My father-in-law hit my son, so I made a call and everything changed. True story. I never imagined I would become the kind of woman who could stay calm while her child was crying in pain. But that day I didn't scream. I didn't fight. I didn't beg. I picked up my phone and made one call. And after that call, nothing in our lives stayed the same. I married into a family that everyone in town respected. My father-in-law, Raghav Malhotra, was known as a powerful businessman. People lowered their voices when they said his name. He owned factories, property, and half the shops on the main road. To outsiders, he was strict but fair. To me, he was cruel, controlling, and cold. From the day I married his son, Ammon, I knew I had entered a house where fear lived quietly in the corners. He didn't like children crying. He didn't like women talking back. He didn't like noise. And he definitely didn't like my son. My son Arav was only 6 years old. A small boy with curious eyes and a soft heart. He loved drawing cars and superheroes. He called everyone uncle and auntie, even strangers. But my father-in-law saw him as a disturbance. He is too loud, he would say. He runs too much. He talks too much. And worst of all, he needs discipline. I tried to keep Arav away from him. I kept him in his room. I told him to play quietly. I taught him to stay invisible. But children don't understand fear the way adults do. That afternoon, I was in the kitchen when I heard a sharp sound. Not like something falling. Like skin meeting skin. Then I heard my son scream. Mama! My heart stopped. I ran to the living room and saw something that will haunt me forever. My father-in-law was standing over Arav, his face red with anger. Arav was on the floor holding his cheek, crying. What did you do? I shouted. He spilled water on the carpet, Raghav said coldly. So I taught him a lesson. My legs shook. I picked up my son and saw the red mark on his face. His lips were trembling. I'm sorry, Mama, he whispered. I didn't mean to. Something broke inside me. Not loud. Not dramatic. Quietly. Like a bone cracking. You had no right, I said. Raghav turned toward me slowly. In my house I have every right, he said. And if you don't like it, you know where the door is. My husband Ammon stood there silently. That hurt more than the slap. That night Arav had fever. He kept waking up crying. Will Grandpa hit me again? He asked. I held him and lied. No, Beta, never again. But inside, I knew that was a promise I couldn't keep unless I did something drastic. I couldn't sleep. I kept seeing Arav's face. I kept hearing his cry. And then I remembered something Raghav didn't know. Before marriage, my life was different. My father had been a police officer. Not a small one. A respected one. And his best friend was now a senior officer in the city. I had avoided using that connection. I wanted peace. I wanted family. But when someone touches your child, peace becomes weakness. At 3:17 a.m. I picked up my phone and made the call. Hello, a deep voice answered. It's Mira, I said. My voice was calm but my hands were shaking. I need help. There was a pause. What happened? My father-in-law hit my son. Silence. Then, is the child injured? Yes. Do you want to file a complaint? I looked at my sleeping son. Yes, I said. I do. The next morning, Raghav sat at the dining table reading the newspaper like nothing happened. Then the doorbell rang. 2 police officers stood outside. Mr. Raghav Malhotra, one asked. Yes. We need to speak with you regarding a complaint of child abuse. The spoon fell from his hand. Ammon looked at me like I had betrayed the family. Raghav turned to me slowly. What did you do? I looked him in the eyes for the first time in my life without fear. I protected my son. They took him to the station for questioning. Neighbors watched. Servants whispered. His powerful image cracked in public. But that was only the beginning. The investigation uncovered something worse. My call opened a door. And behind that door were secrets. Illegal workers in his factory. Unpaid wages. Bribed inspectors. Fake accounts. 1 complaint turned into 5. 5 turned into 10. Within weeks, his business accounts were frozen. His friends stopped visiting. His phone stopped ringing. And suddenly, the man who ruled the house had nothing. He came back one evening looking smaller. No shouting. No orders. Just silence. He stood in front of me. "Withdraw the case," he said quietly. I looked at RF coloring on the floor. "Say sorry to him," I said. He hesitated. Then he knelt. In front of my son. "I'm sorry," he whispered. RF looked at me for permission. I nodded. He said okay. But forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting. We moved out that month. Not with money. Not with property. With dignity. Ammon didn't stop us. He couldn't. Some men learn too late what silence costs. Today my son laughs freely. He runs. He spills water. And no one raises a hand. Sometimes people say, "You destroyed your father-in-law." No. He destroyed himself. All I did was make one call.